Alright folks, let's talk about something that makes Donkey Kong Bananza stand out from even Nintendo's biggest hits like Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild. Yep, this game's got muscles and brains. Donkey Kong doesn't just hop around like Mario or solve puzzles like Link, he smashes the terrain and levels up while doing it. With a full-blown skill tree and RPG mechanics baked into the banana-flavored chaos, this isn't just your average platformer. It's an all-out, upgrade-hunting, gem-collecting adventure with some seriously satisfying progression. Now, if you're diving into the endgame or prepping for that final boss showdown, it's time to start thinking strategically. Those Banandium gems you've been hoarding, they're the key to unlocking DK's full potential. And trust me, not every skill is created equal. In this video, we're going to break down the absolute best skills to grab before and after the big boss battle. So if you want to keep exploring the jungle like a powerhouse, you're in the right place. Fair warning though, we will be talking about Bananza powers, so if you're sensitive to spoilers, now's the time to swing away. I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. One of the most important things you will want to upgrade for the late game in Donkey Kong Bananza is Banenergy. Every transformation Donkey Kong goes through, whether it is turning into a hulking ape to smash through walls or a lightning-fast zebra, depends on this golden fuel. And while the game throws a lot of gold your way to keep the meter up, it is not always enough, especially during tougher exploration zones or boss fights. That is where the Banenergy skill in the tree really starts to shine. Unlocking the Banenergy node in the skill tree will increase the duration of your transformations. This is a game changer when you are deep in the jungle or stuck in a platforming gauntlet that absolutely needs a speed boost or brute strength to get through. Having your transformations last longer means fewer interruptions and more room to plan your next move, whether that is smashing through barriers or reaching secret areas you would otherwise miss. On top of that, you should definitely consider investing in the Melon Juice skill node. Once you unlock it, Melon Juice becomes more than just a fun collectible. It becomes your backup battery. Drinking one will restore your Banenergy, giving you the chance to extend your transformation even further during critical moments. It is one of those skills that does not seem essential at first, but once the game starts throwing tougher challenges your way, you will be glad you grabbed it. If you are planning to rely on the Ostrich Bananza transformation in Donkey Kong Bananza, and you absolutely should, then Better Flutter is a must-have skill. This transformation lets Donkey Kong take to the skies, gliding over enemies and tricky terrain. But without Better Flutter, your airtime is going to be pretty limited. DK gets tired fast, and falling mid-flight can be a real buzzkill when you are aiming for a distant platform or trying to skip a dangerous section. Better Flutter solves that problem by giving your ostrich form just enough extra stamina to stay airborne longer. It is only a single skill point investment, but the impact is huge. You will notice right away that DK does not drop like a stone after flapping a few times. That extra hang time gives you more control in the air, more freedom to explore, and way fewer panic moments when you are just trying to make it to the next ledge. To really get the most out of your ostrich form though, pair Better Flutter with the Glide skill. Unlike Better Flutter, Glide has multiple levels, and each upgrade extends how far you can soar after a jump. Whether you're launching off a mountaintop or just trying to get across a wide canyon, Glide makes the ostrich form feel less like a gimmick and more like a core movement tool. Max it out, and suddenly the map feels way more open and way more fun to traverse. If you are eyeing the Elephant Bananza transformation in Donkey Kong Bananza, and let's be honest, who would not want to vacuum up lava with a giant elephant trunk, then Better Inhaling is the skill to aim for. This ability turns Donkey Kong into a living suction machine, able to pull in everything from loose dirt to molten hazards. As you level up Better Inhaling, the range and speed of that suction improves dramatically, making it easier to clear paths, gather materials, and even interact with the environment in creative ways. But Better Inhaling is only half the package. To truly turn DK into a cleanup powerhouse, you will want to grab the Stronger Lungs skill as well. Without it, your elephant form will tire quickly, especially when you are trying to vacuum up large patches of material or deal with more complex puzzles. With Stronger Lungs though, you can keep that trunk going longer without interruptions, perfect for extended sequences where time and efficiency matter. Once you have both of these skills unlocked and upgraded, the Elephant Bananza form becomes way more than just a novelty. Suddenly, you are not just smashing your way through the jungle, you are shaping it. Rocks, debris, lava flows, they are no longer obstacles, they are opportunities. And let's be real, once you have mastered inhaling with precision and stamina, punching stuff is going to feel like a total downgrade. Before you even touch the skill tree in Donkey Kong Bananza, Donkey Kong already comes packed with some pretty useful moves, and one of the most underrated is the ground slap. This move does a bit of everything. It leaves a dent in the ground, pulls nearby materials like gold and banandium chips toward you, and even pings for hidden treasure. But the real magic starts once you upgrade that ability with Better Sonar. Better Sonar is a skill that enhances DK's treasure detection, making it much easier to track down the good stuff buried in the ground. With each upgrade, the detection radius grows, allowing you to spot hidden chests, collectibles, or secret areas without having to slap every square inch of the jungle floor. If you're the type of player who does not want to leave any treasure behind, this skill is a no-brainer, and a huge time saver. Of course, detecting treasure is only half the process. To fully optimize your loot runs, pair Better Sonar with Better Collecting. This complementary skill boosts the range at which DK gathers nearby materials when he slaps the ground. With both skills working together, you will be sweeping through zones like a pro, finding treasure faster and collecting more in a single move. It is all about efficiency, and these upgrades will make sure every slap counts. The Kong Bananza form might not seem like the flashiest transformation at first, but when it comes to endgame boss battles in Donkey Kong Bananza, it becomes absolutely essential. Early on, you might overlook its skill tree in favor of more dynamic forms like the zebra or ostrich, but once you hit those final boss encounters, the tide shifts. That is when Fast Charge steps in as a game-changing upgrade you will wish you had grabbed sooner. Fast Charge reduces the cooldown time for the Kong Bananza's special attack, Charge Punch, a heavy-hitting move with a massive shockwave effect. Without Fast Charge, this attack takes forever to wind up, leaving Donkey Kong wide open to damage or interruption. But once you upgrade it, you can land powerful hits more frequently, which makes it a must-have for boss fights where damage windows are short and the pressure is on. To complete the combo, you will also want Charge Punch itself fully upgraded for maximum aftershock damage, and Kong Armor to keep you from being knocked out of your charge-up. These three skills turn the Kong Bananza form into a tanky, high-impact powerhouse. And while they definitely shine in combat, they are also surprisingly helpful when clearing out dense areas or breaking through obstacles quickly while exploring. If you have been cruising through the first half of Donkey Kong Bananza without worrying much about your health bar, do not get too comfortable. It will not last. Eventually, the game throws some serious challenges your way, and that is when investing in the health skill becomes critical. This node directly increases Donkey Kong's total heart capacity, and with multiple upgrade levels available, it is one of the best ways to boost your survivability heading into the late game. While temporary hearts can be gained by resting at getaways, essentially the game's version of safe zones, they are not always accessible when you need them most. That is why permanent health upgrades matter. Bosses in the final third of the game hit a lot harder and more frequently, and smaller enemies tend to swarm more aggressively. Upgrading health gives you the breathing room to stay in the fight longer and make fewer risky plays just to survive. If you want to take things even further, do not overlook the Apple Juice skill node. This upgrade lets you carry more Apple Juice, the go-to healing item during combat. It might not sound flashy, but having a couple extra sips in the middle of a tough boss battle can be the difference between a clutch win and a frustrating restart. Together, health and apple juice form the kind of safety net every explorer needs when the jungle stops playing nice. Punching through walls is one of the most satisfying parts of Donkey Kong Bananza, but that fun can wear off quickly if you are stuck chipping away at the same chunk of terrain forever. That is where punch power comes in. This skill increases the strength behind DK's punches, making it easier to break through tougher layers of the map. Since each sublayer in the game has a star rating for difficulty, keeping your punch power upgraded ensures you are not wasting time, or your sanity, trying to crack high star terrain with base level strength. Early on, punch power might feel like a convenience skill, nice to have but not urgent. But once you start venturing deeper into the open world and hitting 3-star or higher sublayers, it becomes clear just how important it really is. The difference between landing 5 punches and landing 50 is night and day, especially when you are trying to explore quickly or reach a hidden area before a hazard kicks in. By the time you reach the late game areas, maxing out punch power is practically a requirement. Not only does it help you get where you need to go faster, but it also keeps the gameplay flow smooth and satisfying. No one wants to spend their final hours in Donkey Kong Bananza stuck watching DK struggle with a stubborn rock wall. Upgrade punch power and you will keep that jungle adventure rolling at full speed. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.